G'day, welcome to Project Brupeg. My name's Damien. We're converting a sunken fishing trawler into a global expedition and research boat. Last week we put our alloy side door together. This week we're putting some twist into it so that we can get it to fit the shape of the cabin. We're also honourably discharging our welder. With the help of Adam and Richard, they helped us diagnose what's going on with the welder, and as a result, she's out of service.
Hey, let's go away like you see me now.
The plan this morning is I need to bend the door. So the reason I need to do this, there's a curve on the cabin and the door's nice and straight, so I've got to bend the aluminium of the door frame so that it matches the cabin. To do that, I'm going to make a little jig on my hydraulic jack. So I need to get a curve going in this sort of direction for this door. The cabin basically comes back on itself, so the bottom is relatively vertical and then the top starts to curve in. So I need to start cranking in a bit of bend from about here onwards. What my plan is, so I've got a vertical that I have to essentially bend against what it wants to do. This bit here will bend easy, I'm not worried about that. It's this bit here that I have to focus on. So what my plan is I'm going to use this hydraulic jack. Bring this over. I'm going to build a little jig that it sits on so that it'll sort of hold. I'll put this sort of like that. Actually, it'll go the other way around because it's going to bend it the wrong way if I do it this way. But it'll be basically like that with essentially something that'll hold it on either side that'll go underneath the jack so that the jack will start squeezing it apart. Might sound a bit sort of odd and whatever, but it'll make sense once you sort of see what I'm doing. So we'll get stuck in, we'll come up with a couple of prototypes and see what one's actually going to work. So I've put the little jig together using arc welding. Now it's really important, so we've had a couple of fires, but as an experienced welder I gave them a she'll be right rating, so we carried on. Probably why most welding tables aren't built out of plywood, but you know, that's neither here nor there. One thing that it is really critical to state is all of these welds have been done with an arc welder. Now when you're not an experienced arc welder, I'm pretty novice at arc welding, it's really critical that you stick to the don't ask, don't tell welding policy. Don't show anyone the welds, because they're so shit, someone will probably have a significant health and safety issue by laughing and not being able to stop. So if there are experienced welders around and you're not that experienced with arc welding, that's certainly a standard that I'd recommend that you stick to. Hey, it's working. Alright, that's one. Let's try the other side. all of nothing. I just had a thought. I'm probably trying to bend it. It's not bending very well. And the thought that I had was maybe I'm trying to bend it too localized. So I'm going to clamp it at each end and try and jack it in the middle and get the bend over a bigger distance. Okay, so that's working. Slowly. I don't know if it makes any difference if I let it sit for a while. Right, let's go see how close this is to the shape of the cabin. Probably miles off still. Okay, so I need to put a twist in the door. Need to figure out which way I've got to twist it, so I make sure I do it the right way around. But basically the top of the door and the bottom of the door are slightly skew because this cabin goes from being vertical that way to up the front here of the boat. The cabin's on an angle, so the cabin sort of comes back on a bit of a twist. Consequently, I've got to align this to suit the cabin, so I'll figure out how to put a twist in this door then. Alright, so I've got to pull this corner here in that direction while everything else is clamped, so I've got to start twisting the door that way around. So what I'm going to do, clamp these three corners to the bench, put the jack under there and haul up. I've got to get an inch of twist on the door. I've got no idea how much to bend this. Probably should have measured it before and after. That's definitely got to do it. I don't think I've moved that at all. It's still parallel. Maybe we dip that corner down.
You got ice like summer sky. If you're smart, could kill or die.
Let's have another go. Move that around the side. I feel like I need to throw some heat or something at it to do something.
It's not working?
Not yet. I've got it. Oh no. Oh no, maybe that's just because I've got it clamped. I need to twist it, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I think we might have done it. Take it upstairs and see if it fits.
Huh.
Should be some twist in it like that.
It's quite a bend, eh?
Yeah, I need a. That's got to be an inch higher than the other three.
Right,
Like, so quite a bit.
right.
Yeah. Go upstairs with it and see if it fits. Yeah, it's close.
So it worked?
Sorry?
It worked?
It's about halfway there. So I'll bring it back and just crank it up a heap more.
Okay.
Now it starts to rain, so let's enjoy it. I can't believe that this is real, and the way you make me feel, you make me wanna sing, and so I do. So if you want, I'll be right there.
Are you just measuring by eye or?
Pretty much. I should have measured it. I said that last time too.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, you've got another door to go. So you're clamping the corners at different heights to get the bend, because when you put
This
the pressure
corner
on,
has to be low and that corner has
Yeah.
to be high in order to twist the door the way that I want. So I started off with them all level and then cranked it up and it didn't make any difference. So I pushed this down and clamped it up and then pushed that higher.
Right.
So I ended up clamping it at the end and then jacking it in the middle, and that put a nice bend
We
in it.
don't really know, Alloy, how it works, eh?
No, I
How
got
it responds to things. Wow.
That's within 5 mil.
Wow.
Hang on. No, it's not.
Oh, really?
Hasn't made any difference.
Ah, it looked like it was really good at the top there.
It's close. Still no cigar.
Do you need heat, or? You've only done it a couple of times though, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much more I can press it without starting to break stuff though.
But it's good to know that.
Yeah, okay, fine, let's break
I mean,
stuff.
you have to bend it, right?
Yeah,
You can't have a banging in the door, it'd be so annoying.
let's break stuff.
And it wouldn't be watertight, which defeats the purpose.
Surely.
Whoa! What's going on? Whoa! Making me slightly
We can hear
nervous.
the wood creaking.
Yeah, I know.
It's
But
like
it's
there's
working. It's working. It's
there's
just
no
not
strain in
enough.
this, like-
Yeah.
there's no effort to jack it.
It's quite pliable, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if I've made any difference.
I don't know if the table's going to last. I think the door will last and the table will give out. I don't know if I'm imagining things. It looks like it's got a warp in it now, like a proper warp, a good one. It does look like there's a difference between those two diagonal points. That looks really good. Yeah, maybe I'm imagining it. Check it out.
It's hard, eh? It's
Yeah, it is really hard.
It's a trick of the blimmin' eye.
Oh, you didn't measure?
Yeah, who didn't measure? Hey, you know what?
What?
Not at all. Hasn't made a difference.
Ah, hammer. Time for the hammer.
God, what do you have to do to bend it?
Well, it's probably you're not heating it at all, right? So
Yeah.
bend and heat, or hammer, I'd say. What do you think?
Maybe I try and put a kink in this top one, because I'm wondering if these ones here are trying to hold it straight.
Yeah, you've got a lot of strength in it down the middle there.
Yeah. I'll try that.
Just walk me through what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm trying to get this corner back towards the cabin. So when the other three are flush against the cabin, this one here sticks out.
Where does the curve need to start? Is it halfway or right at the corner?
Nah, sort of like this needs to sort of be straight, and that there needs to sort of gently curve in, if that makes sense. Maybe I kink this one slightly.
Yeah. I think we need to aim more specifically.
Kink this one.
Yeah.
That one will sort of stay straight, and then try and do some sort of curve in this one as well,
Right,
because that'll bring this whole corner in, which is what I'm after,
right.
I think.
Oh, let's try it.
Let's try that. what I'm trying to do, this is the outside surface of the door where the skin's going to glue to, and this corner has to go down. So I had it up the other way before jacking it up to achieve the same thing, but this corner has to basically go down like that. So what I'm thinking, this top needs to be relatively straight because it's going on a seal, and this corner has to slope off. So what I'm thinking is put a slight bend like that in this one, which will, because I think that these cross members are sort of holding it all stiff and holding it sort of straight.
Which is great. I mean, that's what you want, isn't it?
It proves that they work,
Yeah.
but they're too good at the moment. So what I'm thinking is put a slight bend in this one, which will put some downward pressure here, and then maybe even do a slight bend, a bit more bend here than over there, to try and get this whole corner to disappear off a wee bit. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So yeah, okay, so to do that I need to put some blocks over this side. That's quite a bit stronger.
Oh, hang on, stop. Oh no, sorry.
It's not even touching it.
God, it's strong, isn't it?
It's because of the shape, like the right angle is really quite strong.
Yeah.
Maybe would probably work.
It's the least dangerous bit of it all, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're doing kung fu. That didn't even touch it. I'm wondering if I put a bend here, going that way. I think I've made a nanometer.
God, it looks so impressive. But now it's gone back. There's
a little bit of bend.
There is a wee bit of bend. You can see it. Yeah. Maybe do it again and hold it for longer, or push it up higher.
Oh, hold it for longer.
Well, no, put a thing on this one so you don't have to hold it down with your manpower. Look at the bend on that. I think we're not being gutsy enough. If you snap, you snap. Let's just go.
Yeah, that's true.
Go, go, go!
Bend you, mofo!
Just, not extreme.
Go! Within reason!
Try not to break the door, but if you have to.
Alright, so I think that's got enough on that bit.
But it's only, how much do you have to, it's an inch? How
I have to bring it in about half an inch now from what we last sort of measured.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's...
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bend. That might translate to quite a bend in that corner.
I'll just go and check it again.
Alright.
So if you want, I'll be right there. Anything you want for you, my sweet.
About half an inch still.
The same amount?
Yeah.
So it didn't make any difference?
Nah.
This is not funny.
What did you just say to me?
I just said you're being a little bit of a...
What? What, Jess?
lacking courage to...
That's not what you said.
I think.
Repeat your statement.
I'm not going to.
We had all three corners, this one, and this one clamped down, and we were jacking this one up. The door was around the other way. This corner was over there. But we were basically lifting this corner up to twist the door, and it was about an inch away before we started doing everything, and now it's about half an inch away. So whatever we've done is given it half an inch of the direction we want. However, it's not enough, and I'm struggling to get any more bend out of this corner. So what I'm thinking is bending this corner and basically clamping these three down and jacking that corner up, which will be the two opposite corners would come up versus these ones stay put. I'm hoping that's going to put that last half inch of twist in the door. So we'll do it. We know it's half inch away because I measured it.
It's just a twist.
It's just a twist. Because
almost off the side on here.
Yeah. You told me to grow up here. Sounds good enough for me. There's no pressure in that. I was doing that by hand. Probably should have measured it. It's going to be the running joke.
Measurement by eye.
Looks better.
It does.
Half an inch away.
So no change.
No change.
Wow.
Oh man. What do you mean by
With the
another?
jack?
Oh, add another third to what we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, see if we can fold it back on itself.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good.
This is what I find really annoying right now is I've got to go and rest because my body is saying go and rest and I want to keep playing and it's not fair. Damien gets to keep playing.
147 and a half.
You've got to stand back just in case something pops in your face.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Because one of these things might get out, so look at the bend on that. It's gonna go.
Should be right. Only go one way.
Bit more. More. A little bit more. Another one. Yeah, another one. Keep going.
I think that's all the jack's got.
You going up any further?
That's as high as the jack will go.
Give us another one.
It's
You need
just,
to get some wood underneath it.
yeah, it's hitting it bump stop. If you haven't moved, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Put some wood under and do another couple inches.
Yeah. What did I say? 147. But 154. So 7.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, that's bloody close to half an inch.
It is. Would it wood under?
No, I'm gonna be cautious.
I don't think it's going to crack or anything. I think you've got another foot.
No, I'm not worried about that.
I think you could literally twist.
I just don't want to have to bend
yourself.
it backwards.
Right.
I reckon.
Yeah, I suppose when we're that close, it's a couple of mil out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious how close it is now. All right.
Come on. You can do it.
Half an inch. We made 0 difference.
No way.
Yes way. Yep.
Is the boat moving? See? More wood, more twist.
Sorry?
More wood, more
wood,
twist.
more twist, yes. Alright, let's stack some wood up and crank it up properly. Actually, you go, because they might go that way. So, let's get you out of the firing line.
Oh, there we go. Keep going. Let's make it go.
anyone had any doubt how strong alloy is, this is insane.
Yeah, I think it'll be a ride on the boat.
If we get a wave that deflects the door this much, the rest of the boat's snapped.
Yeah, I agree. Birds agreeing.
This is quite good load testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I wish we knew what we're doing. we should probably Google it.
What do we do?
Yeah.
How do we do this?
How do we do this?
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing.
How do we bend an alloy door?
Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free.
So we just finished a live feed on Sunday morning, and we've got the Ideas Factory over in the corner roaring away. What I need to do now, I've got to go and sort the aluminium door. So we're going to try and figure out how to get this last ½ inch of twist into the door so that we can get it to line up with the shape of the cabin. Alright, the door is back on the workbench. So if you look down there, you can sort of see that we've got a bit of a curve going on in the door. I'll show you this side as well. You can sort of see both sides have that gentle sort of arc. However, we need to induce twist like this. So we need to, this side here needs to be lifted up, and that's what we were doing, all that bending and everything just before to try and get it to twist. We're not having any luck. We need to get about 1 inch in total, and we've only got it to hold about ½ an inch, so it's obviously too stiff in some dimension, and it's basically pulling itself back down. So what I'm thinking, I reckon that these beams here, that one and that one there, are providing too much stiffness across here in that dimension. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slice this one. In fact, I'll probably slice it back here. I was talking to Malcolm about it yesterday, and he reckons slice it back here, because then you can buff it both sides with your stainless buff wheel. So I'll cut it through here, but I'm not going to cut it all the way. So if I come around this side, you can see the flat here. I'm only going to cut it to the surface of that, so it'll be vertical through here. And what I'm hoping is that that'll allow me to crank up that corner with the jack, and because this won't have so much strength, I'll be able to then just re-weld it, like it'll bend up, and then I can re-weld it in the new position. And I'm hoping that that's going to help me get some twist induced into this door. I did a supply run into town and got some parts and equipment and stuff. I picked up this stainless wheel for the grinder so that I can buff. I tried the acid thing. I don't think the acid worked really that great to be a prep for welding, so I'm going to do the stainless wheel thing, which is what Malcolm told me to do in the first place, so I'm just going to go back to that. And I also got a 60 tooth aluminium capable saw blade for my little saw. Teeth on that are better than the ones that are in there. The ones that are in there I think is like a 40 tooth. And finally I got some of the proper wax that you put on the blade to make it cut better. So with all of that I should be able to get some decent you know, saw blade cuts through this alloy and everything. So I'll set all of that up and we'll get into this and we'll cut this, finish off my cup of ideas. So we'll throw a cut in this and then we'll start cranking in a bit of twist and see if we can get this to line up with the cabin. That cut's like 1,000 times better than what I was experiencing before. So what I'm thinking of doing, cranking it up on the welding floor, crank it up, get that twist going on, and then weld those two slots up, hoping that that's going to kink it in and hold it. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's give it a go, see if that works. Alright, so we're set up on the floor. I have to because my welder won't allow me to weld it at a height. It's a long story, but the aluminium wire doesn't like it. So what I've got, a block in that corner and a block in that corner, the whole thing's off the floor, and I'm gonna basically stand kind of like that, I think, when I weld it. I weld these two up, yeah, and hopefully we'll get a bit of twist by doing that. See how we go. I think it'll kink them inwards as well because the heat of the welding and everything. I'm hoping it'll bring it inwards. Yeah, so I don't know, let's give this a shot. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. So I've chucked a couple of welds in here to try and bend it.
No.
Hasn't made any difference.
No, something else must be going on then, right?
The boat is clearly moving every single time I go to measure it. I need to put a lot more bend in it than what I'm doing. It's nowhere near twisted enough, so we need to devise another way of basically taking some strength out of the door and then twisting it all over again. So one of the thoughts I'm having is actually this cross member just here is slicing it at this end completely off this lengthwise beam, take that strength out of the system, and then try and induce a hell of a lot more twist into this corner, and then weld that beam up into it once it's already twisted and everything. So I'm hoping that that's, because my feeling is that that beam there is keeping the whole thing too stiff. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll see if it's going to work. Alright, let's see if that's made any difference. Okay, that's as physically high as I can get that. The workbench doesn't like it. Okay, so what I've just realised is as I crank this up, this piece here, they're sort of twisting like that. So I think this was providing way too much strength for the whole setup. Like, I think it was making it not work. I don't think that's made any difference. I've enlisted some extra brain capacity because the swearing to welding ratio was starting to get quite disproportionate to the job.
Do seem very close to the camera.
Yeah, right.
Are you doing a close up of my nostril?
Oh, hang on. I'm fucking zoomed right in. There you go. Don't do that because it goes head.
So we're trying an idea that I had, because we're getting a little bit sort of
Sweary.
So the idea is to twist the door how it needs to be and then weld it that way and see if it holds and see if the twist is enough. And then if that doesn't work, we might have to cut the door, which is, you know, serious surgery, so I'm hoping we can avoid it.
What we've done, come right down in here. So you can see down in here we've sliced, if I go above it, you can see we've basically cut that piece off. We're going to induce a heap of twist. So we got that corner sitting on a block, the opposite corner behind me sitting on a block, and then these ones are out in the air, and then I'll get Jess to stand on this and twist the crap out of it, and I'll weld this up. And this relies on me hoping that my wife is heavy enough.
Can you go to the end and just do I'm just going to point to where the diagonal is, because it's that side there and that side there, right? So, yeah,
show.
So, can you see it?
Yeah.
So this here and that there, that diagonal there, that needs to be up.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And the other's down, and that would give us the twist that works on the door.
Do you want to stand on it and see if we can get that twist happening?
How do we stand this way? Down, then we're down.
Yeah, and then on the other side, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so the plan is to basically do that and then weld that corner, hoping that it sort of holds it.
It's so strong, eh? Look.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
No.
At least the welds, we know the welds are good. Well done, darling.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that's worked. Quarter inch. The first movement all day.
That is so good.
It's only taken 8 hours.
So maybe another one of those, cut and weld. That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just wondering maybe we cut this one.
Yep. Cut, twist and weld, yeah?
God, that's bloody close now though.
Oh, yay! That's so good. Try until you get it, eh?
I'm wondering actually maybe we cut down here
Yeah.
and bend the bottom corner. I think we might have got all we're going to get out of the top.
Oh yeah.
But maybe we work on that bottom corner.
All right, same sort of position.
Do the same, but
yeah,
opposite,
okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. All right, cool.
I'm just going to get a pen and mark it so we bend the right corner.
What a relief.
Right, let's try it again. We'll twist the other side and see if we can get that one to do the same trick. That might be a bit harder because it's got a lot more support here.
Yeah.
Just in that corner.
Do you think that's too much twist?
What?
Do you think that's too much twist?
No, because it'll spring back. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. The question over you?
Fucking welder.
Yeah.
After all that,
After all the preparation and excitement.
welding rebuild time. So we've done quite a bit of diagnostics on the welder and it's basically given up. So we've checked all of our power supply at this end. Everything at this end is working great. The gas, the 240 volts converting down to 24 volts, that's all doing what it's supposed to do. The transformer's still functioning. The wire drive motor is not getting any power. And we've diagnosed it down to it's the circuit board that's failing. That circuit board is a $900 part, so this welder cost us $750 4 years ago, so it's not worth replacing that to keep this old girl back up and running. Thanks to our Patreons, we've got a new welder on its way. So we're going with a smaller welder. It has the same duty cycle as this thing, but this is about 80 kgs and the new one's about 13 kgs. So it's handheld, it's portable, which means when we're out on the sea, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier to keep the boat maintained with that welder rather than this one. So with this welder out of action, we can't do any of our stainless or alloy work. So Malcolm, our neighbour, has offered to help us finish off some of the alloy on the door. He's got a great aluminium welder, so we nipped over there and got some more work done. Hey, guess what?
Oh.
It's absolutely perfect.
Oh my god.
It fits spot on all of them.
Well, beautiful.
Yeah.
Worth all the effort, eh?
Yeah. Now I just need to flapper off the outside. Flapper off the outside, weld in the alloy for the dogs, like, you know, for the pivots, and then glue the outside on, and that's that door done. See how there's there's a bow on the door like that on either side, and that's because the dogs aren't right at the top, they're sort of down sort of here and sort of.
So you're saying that that'll pull in?
Yeah, that'll go like it'll pull in like that against rubber seals, like that.
It's still a bit of a gap, eh?
Yeah, but it'll seal it up tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what I want, you know. So when you just nip the dogs up, the door will stay shut and won't rattle around or whatever. And when you go to sea and you really want to crank it up against the rudder, you pull the dogs really tight and it'll pull all of that bend in and really compress the rubber. So you could, I don't know, you could probably almost have it underwater and it would probably hold.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't really want to test that, because we've got bigger problems if we're testing that. Alright, let's finish this off. With the welder out of action, we needed to get into a job that we've been meaning to do for a while. The corners of the wheelhouse roof needed to be replaced. They're mild steel, we're going to be putting stainless corners on this. The issue with this area is that it's so high, it's difficult to stop sparks going on boats beside us, so we had to do this when there's no boats on either side of Brupeg.
Out in a storm but nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting down. On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm dancing with the rain. You will see me running, thinking I might be insane. I don't need no sunshine to keep me going strong. I just need my happy face to keep me moving on.
So you can see how hard it is to keep the rust from getting in behind these corners. Get it around the corners off,
Oh yeah,
same as what's on the back corners of the roof,
yeah, that sounds good.
then the whole both even.
Yeah. Wow, a bit of rust on that side, eh?
It's about to there,
Did you point to that again?
so it's about that far, so maybe 8 inches.
Okay. Look at this rust under here.
Yeah, that one's savable, that one's not. So I'm going to cut it sort of down here, cut like 8 inches off that side as well. This is the worst corner of the lot.
Awesome.